How's it going, everyone? So, you all know who I am by now. If you don't, um, it's full colon Bogdan-Saris, full colon Google full stop copyright copy claim, live life claiming and postmaster. And I'll get into why I used to mention this and use bureaucratic procedures and every start of the video and things like this, right? Stating the date and um, at some point when not only the procedures are being ignored, but they're being mocked, you got to put two and two together and call it for what it is, right? Especially when you see similar, if not the same, procedures by organizations that's how they function like that. It works for them, right? So it's that same old. You can apply this outside of postal and bureaucratic procedures. Um, you know, and keeping in mind that if you repeat the same thing and get the same results, you're not getting any results. It's insane. There's got to be a component of insanity somewhere. Yeah. So also, while all of this has been happening over the last 2-3 years and longer, we had the best people get taken out, and the organizations taken over. I mean, I've got a lot of respect, and the only ones that I can see that have been proper and done it right is the family and whoever's left from we'll call on David Wynn, we'll call on Miller's side, and it's just a website. Even that was down for I don't know how long. So, and then the people from London, from England, they're gone pretty much. And whatever's left, they tried to get me to believe that there's some people here in New Zealand that are genuine. Whereas literally like Jacinda Ardern's people have taken over whatever federal postal court proceeds. So the intelligence agencies here in New Zealand have quickly taken that over. And I have experience with all manner of, from like a small shoe shop to people's estates and stuff being taken over by the likes of what used to be securiști. Yeah, that's how they call them in Romanian. The communist securiști, yeah, the intelligentsia of the old communist regime in Romania. Are highly experienced with that stuff. I don't need to engage in that to just have a glance and see what's going on. And I regret paying whatever I pay. I'm sorry for full colon Mark Kuzon, full colon Christopher, but yeah, he's been captured. Whatever the hell is going on, what has been going on ever since then, I don't know what's happened, right? If I was him, I would have fully exposed what's been happening with that diverse couple. I had a bit of faith in them that they might do all right, but to be honest, and this is what I learned from my mother and father. They've always told me whatever impression you get from some people firsthand, like your gut feeling is it be. Then it might change throughout spending time with these people, but 9 times out of 10, it's gonna that first impression that you had, you're gonna get right back to that. And this can apply to most things because just as full column Mark used to teach us, it's your subconscious that is way beyond and above your ability and capability of your conscious. I couldn't have any, decent faith in them too. I did think like, yeah, it's very unfortunate. um, yeah, that people that are have good intentions can't possibly see through too many things because the asymmetrical fifth, sixth generational warfare that's going on won't allow for creativity. Yeah, it's almost, I don't want to bring about bad faith, but it's almost like uh, to end the bullshit real quick, if we created a Jones cult and Jonestown cult and just about, what is a couple of billions of us, bring some settlement. Because it seems that the ones that are controlling at least 3 to who knows how many billion people on this planet will not stop till they see that through. Leaving that to the side and getting into, do not do that. Be strong, and even like in the movie Braveheart, be like that. Be like that. That's where it's at, because it's worth it. Your own energy and so on and so forth will go beyond genetics into the eternal energy, and the will level the playing field. But it could take time is just fictitious in a way. So what can I say? Here in New Zealand, for most part, they've turned the postal procedures, so on and so forth, especially coming from private people, into a mockery. So if you have knowledge, you don't get respect. You either get mocked and ridiculed, or you get labeled crazy and, play into his game a little bit, and they always turn it into fictitious. And I'm talking about the public, and, you might get small pockets somewhere and somewhere. It is to a T, the likes of what was happening in communist Romania, and in specific, because in a specific Ceausescu's communism, because he had like a next level of mind control, if you like, and stuff like that. After all, it's the one and only country, the one and only account, if you like, that has been with the IMF, with the International Money Fund, the big bank that everyone supposedly owes to. They settled that account. But it took a lot and a lot and a lot of extortion from the people, and enslavement and performance on that. And I see the similar patterns, right? Like, the top quality beef in that gets exported. Luckily, there's all this DEI and green bullshit that people don't consume what they and how they should consume. So then there's plenty left over and stuff. That's good, but not for the right reasons, or not for the correct reasons. So similar, same sort of things, the same patterns you see everywhere. The absolute is beyond dominance, and it's just absolute tyranny that is enabled by electronics, electronic surveillance. If everything's being watched and the people that should be kept away from such things, the people that should be in a sane and normal world should be banned. You know how back in the 80s and stuff like that, you had super hackers, right? Like, hard out ones that would use a bloody phone from jail, and dial some numbers and hack your computer systems. The likes of that, they wouldn't be allowed near any electronics. Well, you got the likes of people like that put and allowed to the highest degree of IT, assets. So then it's game over, right? When they have who knows what kind of personality disorders, obviously. Because after years and years, you get to know the characteristics and the personality traits of these people, regardless if you know what they look like. It could even be like an AI thing, right? Like a ghost in the machine, right? But it doesn't change the fact that they are broken inside. They are missing their core. Their core is replaced with the likes of greed, competence, all of that stuff, belligerent, all of that stuff that we get accused of, and that they would love for us to engage in. Right? So that because being asymmetrical, they're going to end you. Right? It's a losing game for people. Full stop. So, whatever is left over of private people that are not part of other organizations or are not part of any organization, and I can't speak for the ones using Latin languages and Francophonic languages. I'm purely speaking about English. I've learned this knowledge in English. From what I gather, the Francophonic and Latin languages, their secrecy is way above and beyond. And I'll just leave it there. It is certainly for the people that have this knowledge and they're not, like I've mentioned, part of a bigger agenda, this and that. They're just trying to settle their own accounts and live life. If they have any success, it is only perceived. It is only a front to keep them quiet or whatever it is. So it's very unfortunate. I don't want to bring about bad faith, but it's almost pointless to touch on the correct sentence structure, communication, past tense, syntax, grammar. That's obviously above, the postal mechanics and the standard bureaucratic / corporate procedures. When in places like here, and I presume all around the world, is not being there's no results. There's no results. It's being mocked. There's no. So put it this way: there's no laws. There's no legislation. There's all of that is just a front. It's just a front to keep people at bay, to keep some sort of order as it be. But things are just being done on the fly, how they want. And in accordance to acceptance by the masses.